Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a scenario where the Holy Roman Empire comes back into the modern day. I know these aren't the exact borders, but it's as close as I could get. But this isn't going to be made up of thousands of little kingdoms and states. It's going to be one unified. It's going to be one unified entity, with its capital being in Germany, of course, because that's where it was based. And Luxembourg's capital is still here. It's now just a major city, along with Brussels and Amsterdam. And Rome, and plus the Vatican's capital, which I'm pretty sure it's just the Vatican. And San Marino's capital here, as well as Austria, for Vienna, whatever Slovenia's capital was, I forgot, and Prague. Now, let's take a look at some countries who lost the most land. So we're going to highlight here in the red where the Netherlands is just these two areas right here. They're just this area right here. These two little areas that they built. Belgium lost some more land right here. France didn't lose too much. They only lost like a bit of land like along here. It's not a lot. Italy lost a whole bunch of northern territory, coming from all the way over here to right here. Well, like this. Something like that. Poland didn't lose too much land. They didn't lose that much land here, but yeah. And obviously Slovenia lost a whole lot of territory, as well as Croatia. They only lost this area. But Slovenia lost a whole lot of territory here. And Austria lost most of their territory. Like a whole lot of their own territory. But this is all that's left. Italy is basically just like Naples and Sicily, basically. Just like Naples. I don't think the Holy Roman Empire had control of Corsica and Sardinia. I could be wrong. Let me just check my photo. Let me just check it. Okay, it didn't have Sardinia, but it definitely had control. Oh, frick. Oh, shit. Okay, it turns out they didn't have control of this area of Italy. But, well, all that's done is, well, that's all that was there. So they had Corsica. So this is Italy right here. So the first nation they're gonna go after is probably gonna be Slovenia, since they barely even exist. So I don't know what to call these, like German troops, because it's more German. We'll enter into what's left of Slovenia and quickly take it. Then they'll quickly move into what's left of Austria to take them over. And then they'll send some forces over to the Dutch areas and invade them quite quickly. And then they'll send their the rest of the troops over into Belgium. Right here. Oh yeah, I forgot about Germany. They still exist. They're gonna invade the rest of Germany, of our modern Germany. And they'll quickly take it over. And they'll quickly draft up a peace deal, which, well, if it isn't obvious, they're gonna be fully annexed. It was bound to happen. Well, it was gonna happen already. Why am I doing this? Sorry if there hasn't been a video in a while. I was just trying to figure out what I was gonna do. But I'm not gonna erase these borders, because that's what it originally was. But I will erase this, since these are actual borders. There we go. So basically, oh crap. So basically, it's basically a bigger German empire that conquered more land. It's basically what this is. Now, their next target will probably be somewhat of like Italy, probably, since, well, there's a lot of areas that could potentially be useful for the Holy Roman Empire. Like, if they could gain access to the entrance to the Adriatic, which is right here, they could potentially have a good trade. Like, a good, like, area to trade with nations who want to go in this area from here. Maybe if they conquered this area, they could control what's coming through here from like the US, Brazil, Canada. And maybe if they conquered the Bosphorus Strait, they could control what's coming in from Russia to trade with countries like Libya. But then again, there's probably have to pass through here. And if they conquer this area right here, they can control what's coming out of here to go over here or over there. They have a lot of opportunities. They can even get to control the Suez Canal and come, like, control what's coming in from this area. They have a lot of opportunities to expand. Now, am I going to do all this in one video? Maybe. Now, so let's get back to the invasion. How are they going to do this? Italy is a little still pretty strong, even if they're looking like, well, like this. Well, they're first going to attack Sardinia via Corsica. So they'll quickly send some troops in here. They'll be making great gains. They make great gains. They get pretty close to conquering all of Sardinia. So suddenly, Italian forces just show up out of nowhere and completely obliterate most of the army. most of the forces. Sardinia was hard to conquer. So, what are they going to do? They're going to put a naval blockade along the coast of Sardinia, preventing any troops from any other nation to get there. Even if the French tried, they would be obliterated by naval bombardments from Corsica. Italian reinforcements would be bombed right here. And missiles would hit these areas too. So they have quite made a blockade, a naval blockade. With this having been set, they quickly get back to where they were, and now they start to take over the rest of Sardinia until Sardinia is completely under HRE control. Now, here comes the hard part. They have to go along here and down here and conquer Sicily. If you know anything about Sicily, it's highly mountainous. Now, am I going to really focus on how hard it is? No, of course not. You think I care about that geography that much for my videos? No, I'm not. I'm going to completely throw geography out the window. I will include it sometimes, but not all the time. So HRE troops will enter into Italian territory from the north. Immediately capturing key major cities which aren't on this map because I don't feel like including them. They immediately are snaking down the Italian peninsula. They get about here, and that's when something interesting happens. Tunisia decides to invade into Italy. Why are they doing this? I don't know. Tunisian troops land in Sicily. They get obliterated. Not by Italian troops, though. By the troops of the HRE, who are now invading northern Tunisia. You screwed up, Tunisia. You screwed up. You're getting conquered by the Holy Roman Empire. Now, Tunis is very under threat as more and more HRE troops enter to surround this city and starve the population until they all die, which is probably a war crime, but I don't think war crimes existed when the HRE was around. But the HRE will continue going down the coast to the Italian peninsula. Why am I struggling to say that? And they will actually get to cut Italy into two. Eventually, a naval landing will take place over here to conquer even more land along here, to hopefully gain land along the Mediterranean. Eventually, Tunis will be captured by Holy Roman forces, and Tunisia will surrender as the Holy Roman Empire captures key areas of Italy. As a are now right off the coast of Sicily. Foreign aid is trying to come through Gibraltar to help out. But as soon as it reaches right to here, it gets blown up by by missiles. Now a naval landing has took place into Sicily. Like I said, it's pretty hard to invade, so there's gonna be a lot of struggle until the Holy Roman Empire pulls out a trump card and just completely breezes through. Their troops just breeze through the mountains of Sicily and conquer it with relative ease. And they also will decide to go after Malta. And Italy will keep fighting until there is nothing left. And now we can take a look at the peace deal between the Holy Roman Empire, Italy, and Tunisia. Interestingly enough, they don't take all of Italy. They only take about this much here. They take all of this here, including part of the entrance to the Adriatic Sea, which is right here. They also take Sardinia. What about Tunisia? Well, they gain this land right here, and they will also gain a large portion of land right up to here. And what does Tunisia do in response? They will choose to sink into the ocean. Yeah. Anyway, major city. Boom. Okay. Yeah. That makes total sense. Now there's an abnormal area in Africa. Nice. So how is the rest of Italy going to be addressed? Okay, that's reasonable. Making them into like a protectorate. That makes total sense. And now they will set their sights to the Albanians. They immediately send their forces straight up into onto the coast, Adriatic coast of Albania, quickly taking advantage of a distracted Albania of what happened to Tunisia, because everyone was like, what the? Where did Tunisia go? And day by day, well, hour by hour, Holy Roman forces get closer and closer to the capital until, bam, they slam right into the capital city. They're like, FBI, open up! Okay, that was just, okay, I don't know why I did that. But anyway, you get the point. Albania just ceases to exist in terms of sovereignty. And in the peace deal, they get fully annexed. Who could have seen that coming? Not me. I don't crack myself up, do I? So it seems this entity is, kind of expansionist. They have acquired the entrance to the Adriatic Sea. They made Tunisia sink into the ocean. They even scared Russia so bad that they decided to nuke Siberia. That's how crazy it was. They decided to nuke Siberia for this many times. That's how scared they were that they had to nuke Siberia. They made Russia nuke Siberia. And well, that was it. But yeah, they conquered quite a lot of territory and made countries scared of themselves. Oh, what are they doing now? Conquering all of former Yugoslav countries? Okay. So they enter into this area of Croatia, and what do they get? They enter into these islands. No problem. They start to encroach into actual territorial claims. They cut them into three because they just took this area. Oh, now they took this area. Oh, now they took a lot of the southern areas. Oh, now their capital's gone. Oh, Croatia's gone. Oh, there goes Montenegro. That's not good. Oh, goodbye Kosovo, says Serbia, because they weren't gonna last long for the before the Roman Empire came. Holy Roman Empire came. Oh, goodbye North Macedonia, Greece says, as their capital gets taken. I am struggling to speak right now. And what's that? Bosnia has lost access to the Adriatic coast. That's not good. Oh, goodbye Bosnia, as their capital gets taken. Oh, now Serbian territory is being invaded. Oh, there goes Belgrade. Belgrade. Say goodbye to the former Yugoslav members. Alright, let's see how this peace treaty holds up. Okay, I just found out something. They decided to split. They decided to give parts of North Macedonia over to Greece and Bulgaria. They even offered some land to Bulgaria over here. This is what it turns out. Oh, Hungary is... Oh, Romania just gained access to a whole lot of Serbian land? Okay. That's weird. I wonder why that happened. Yeah, this is just crazy. What's happening right now? Alright, that's gonna do it for What If for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. It would be greatly appreciated if you like to this video, subscribe, and also subscribe, because it would be really great. I'd be real grateful. And make sure to comment of what you want to see next, and also share this video to your friends.